Since today's update, a lot of people are reporting that they're being kicked from games with file issues. If you're having this problem, Wicked Player 494 has a possible solution. Delete your models and materials folders, probably located in this directory, then verify your game files and play again. He suggests you make a backup of these folders if you have any custom stuff in them that you'd like to keep. Like, in my case, I had all the textures from CS 1.6 in there for maps that I'm porting, and deleting it would have resulted in dozens of hours of work. So be careful. And if this fix doesn't work, email Valve at this address with the subject line SV Pure Kick, and the following information. As for the update, it's quite interesting. If you host your own game, crouch walking and no clipping used to feel a bit stuttery, but this has now been made smooth. Completely smooth. I spent most of my life in this mode, so this has improved my existence immeasurably. I'll slow the game down to quarter speed and you can see how horrible it was previously. Yeah, it felt like you were juddering through the air, but now it's silky smooth, even at quarter speed. It feels like we're living in the future, even though the technology for this was around 20 years ago. And the chickens have had a similar update. They now support animation blending, which allows for smooth transition between different animations. You can see before the update that they'd immediately jump to a new animation, but now their motions look more rubbery and natural. Just think of the change like this. Before they would have zipped and stuttered, while now they should be as smooth and as graceful as a well-oiled fish. From time to time when playing, you may think you see new kill icons. You might take pictures of these and send them to me on Twitter, asking, are these new kill icons? Yes, they are new kill icons. If you kill an enemy no-scoped, it will show up with this icon. That one's straightforward enough. If you kill somebody when flashed, you'll get this. And you only have to be moderately flashed for this to kick in. And the last icon is for killing somebody through a smoke like this. And they have to be completely hidden for this to count. So what's the point in these new kill icons? Well, more information is always handy, but perhaps the best reason, as Vatif puts it, is that it creates more ways to tilt his enemies. To welcome the sunny weather outside, the main menu now shows a scene from Nuke. The player animations have had a few updates too. The G3SG1 animation in-game has been changed so that terrorists now actually peer down the scope, rather than down the side of the gun. And I know the AUG is a CT weapon and all that, but the terrorist spy menu animation of them holding it was inexcusable. But it looks better since this latest update. The Separatists' player models have received optimized textures. I think this means they've cut down on the variation by making it so that the black shade around their eyes now always looks the same. Seems there were different types before. Every little helps, I guess. Also, I didn't cover them at the time, but a few weeks ago, Overpass received 1v1 arenas for warm-up, as did Wingman Nuke. The Overpass one looks lovely, or at least as nice as a rubbish tip can look. Just look at that vertical detail. A far cry from being a bland box design. And I guess because it wasn't fun to fight invincible enemies in 1v1 arenas, immunity in warm-up mode for Wingman has been fully disabled, and the blood splatters now intelligently disappear to stop them from camouflaging players in these 1v1 arenas after a while of splatter build-up. Also, Inferno has received a 1v1 warm-up area as well. This one also looks really nice. It has an archway and a shrubbery with another slightly higher one to get the 2-level effect. All you need now is a little path running down the middle. And lastly, Chlorine has had a load of changes. The lighting is now more blue in colour, and the skybox made less purple. These changes actually make the map look darker. Bombsite A's plantable region has been made bigger. The bamboo fence on A has been moved from CT side over to terrorists. Another one's been constructed near the big rock on A upper to conceal the T main entrance. And one has been added to behind CT entrance to make them easier to see. In fact, these have been added wherever visibility needed improvement. It's just that I have a limit to the number of times I can say bamboo in a video, so I'll end it there. There's more cover for terrorists in middle. Shrubberies have been taken out in places to improve visibility. Lazy River Tunnel has been brightened with a light. You can see that the textures here have been changed to be brighter and clearer. B upper has gotten a new light. At CT spawn, the water in the Lazy River pool has been shifted to another spot. Distant cliffs have been retextured, and several bugs and exploits have been patched. This update in a nutshell, both the game and Chlorine have had lots of small but noticeable changes. And a big one in that you can't join matches, but hopefully that will be fixed soon.